Hello everyone, my name is Marco. I am an expert in storytelling, and today I want to tell you about how can we write a story about the climate crisis. But first of all, why telling a story to explain the climate crisis? The answer is simple, because stories work. But why does it happen? Because stories have the process of identification with the character, his struggles, problems, goals, and ideal that he wants to achieve. Storytelling is the best way to transform informational language into a narrative one, a rational language into an emotional one. We can say that unlike information, which is the same for everyone, story tells something unique to each of us. 10 uses storytelling to explain climate change, make it possible to simplify scientific language and help people to get closer to issues that otherwise are not perceived in their everyday life and not considered urgent for their future. But how is a story built? What are the main steps of this creative process? The creative process is often not the result of generic insight or a particular artist's talent, but it based on structured and functional elements where creativity power is expressed. Now we can see the key elements of storytelling. In a story, there are several characters, themes to be communicated, actions, time and location in which the story takes place. If we place this element in the right way, we will be able to write a good story. In every story, we usually have a protagonist, good or bad one, who looking for something, himself, love, truth, or something else. A destiny to fulfill, a challenge to face, a problem to solve. We have opposing element, real or symbolic, like a fear. A well to be achieved, real or virtual. Powerful objects that have the protagonist, usually called the magic ring, and characters that have the protagonist. In order to write a story, we need to ask some questions. For example, who is the main character? Is a man or a woman? Or what are he needs? What he's looking for? Himself, love, truth, justice. And where is he from? Other important question is about the object of power. Are there any object tool that has the protagonist? And what kind of transformation will the protagonist experience? Once we have answered the previous questions, we put them in sequence. We have a prologue that introduces the story in a place. After we enter into the Act 1. Usually we are in a quiet phase, nothing disturbs the protagonist's life, but something happens. This is the beginning of a new world. The entry into Act 2. In the Act 2, the protagonist faces problems. There are opposing forces, enemies who want to hinder him. Slowly, he begins to understand how he should move. He meets people who want to help him. A wise person explains to him how to move in the new world. Also, give him a tool to help him in the most difficult moment. This moment is called the climax, the point of maximum tension in the story. The one where he fights and defeats the enemy. Now may come the Act 3. The moment of returning home, where thanks to the challenge overcome, he will have conquered what he desired. Now let's read together this example. We are in Emilia-Romagna, summer 2040. It hasn't rained for months. Water is rationed and sold by private companies. Elderly people are in danger of dying because of heat waves. They absolutely need water. People seem resigned to this condition. Francesca is a 14-year-old girl. She lives with her grandmother, who is ill, and will not live longer without additional water. The situation is unbearable. Francesca is no longer willing to possibly submit to event. She knows that the climate crisis was caused by previous generations who did nothing to stop pollution and CO2 emissions. She wants to do something for her grandmother, but also for other people in the community where she lives. Francesca is with Thomas and Caterina. Thomas, who is the thinnest, he managed to get into the hole they have been digging at night for the past 3 months, and they finally reached the pipe that carry water from the private companies. Finally, they will thread a small pipe from which they can draw water and take it to the people who need it. However, there is a militia team hunting down the saboteurs, and the 3 young men are in danger of being caught and charged. Okay, I stop here. Why don't you guys to try to complete the story? How will the second act end? And what was the final part to be like? Will Francesco, Thomas, and Caterina be able to reach the final wealth? What will be the object they will use to win their challenge? Will they be able to engage other people to fight against the injustice of not having public water? How will they have come out at the end of the story? How will they have changed after the story? I am sure you will be able to tell such an engaging story and involving me as I was living it. Bye bye.